Hey, it's Brian Winters, and if you haven't come up with a way to generate 6 million visitors, over 100,000 leads, and $144,595 in profit online, well, I don't blame you, since you're probably still doing things the slow, boring, old-fashioned way, the way that most gurus teach. But that's exactly what I did using a weird free giveaway trick that nobody'd ever heard of. I'll show you the proof, and then I'm going to show you how to start getting unlimited free traffic, leads, and commissions as quickly as today using the same trick, my secret system. This could go down as one of the easiest online home income methods ever. Now, I don't know about you, but in my opinion, there's nothing better than a good comeback story, and I've got a doozy for you. Most of my own subscribers and customers don't even know this because I kept it pretty quiet, but a few years back I went through a nightmare of a divorce that nearly crushed my online business. I couldn't work, I couldn't sleep, I could barely even eat. And as I went through the divorce here in the no-fault state of Minnesota, my ex got full custody of my kids, meaning I only get to see them a third of their lives as they grow up. Now that alone is awful beyond words. But then to top it off, I also had my $500,000, 5,000 square foot home taken away. I had a sports car and an SUV taken away, meaning 6 figures out the window. I was forced to sell recreational vehicles to split up the cash, like a new 24-foot pontoon boat I just bought. I even had to sell my completely paid off $324,000 cabin, my favorite place on earth, to split up that money as well. And my alimony and child support payments started out at $4,800 per month. Ouch. Not including $350 for health insurance. Insanity. And then, like I said, going through it all, I was a total mess. So my online business suffered big time over the year-long divorce process. I couldn't even seem to work up the will to send out a simple email to my subscribers, which eventually killed the giant list that I'd spent years building. I felt like, what's the use? Basically, I'd been dealt the ultimate knockdown punch. But guess what? I believe in that saying we've all heard many times, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Life dealt me a really hard blow, no doubt like it does many people, and I could have thrown in the towel, but instead, when the dust settled and I got my wind back, I fought back with a brand new weapon. Today I've got a new home, totally paid off, with a beautiful nature reserve out back. And not only that, but by what I consider a miracle, I got a new cabin, get this, right next door to my old cabin. True story. Here's a picture of our cabin interior, which is wall-to-wall knotty pine, which I love. Here's a picture of out back in the winter, just gorgeous. And then here's a picture of the cabin lake called Stony Lake, the third clearest lake in Minnesota, just beautiful. I'm making the most of the limited amount of time that I have to spend with my daughters. Here we are on vacation in Ocean City. We had a great time. That's Tori on the left, and then Jada, and then Lexi. And then, of course, I had to go out and buy myself a sports car, a replacement, BMW M3, pictured here. And then I met a beautiful woman named Jessica, who is now my wife. And much of this is thanks to the fact that my online business is now off the ropes, back in full swing, with multiple 6-figure sites and an email list bigger than ever. Now, with all of that said, I can't help you find a good deal on a new home or sports car. And I doubt I can help you much with finding the love of your life if that's what you're looking for. But as somebody who's made millions of dollars online, literally from the ground up with no office or employees, I know for a fact that I can help you succeed online if you have the will. And now more so than ever before, because I literally stumbled upon a secret weapon that's playing a huge role in my online comeback story. You see, I already knew from experience that having a good email list is the golden ticket for anybody that wants to make money online. It's what matters more than anything. Without a list, an online business is either dead in the water or making very little income, and there are just very few exceptions to that. The problem is that building a list one by one the old-fashioned way can take years. Well, I didn't have years, so essentially I was forced to think way outside the box in hopes of inventing something radically new and effective to quickly build my email list back up faster than ever before possible. And thank the Lord, that's exactly what I managed to do. I knew my system would work, but I had no clue just how well. So let me show you what happened when I unleashed this new system and website to the public. It's insane. Keep in mind, I did not organize a launch or contact any of my JV partners. I figured if this was going to go viral, as I'd hoped, that it would do so without any launch at all. So without giving it much thought, I placed a dumb little banner ad on my for my new website inside the member area of another website that I owned. And to my amazement, that was literally the only spark needed. Meaning that was all it took, and my subscribers started joining my email list by the dozens, and then by the hundreds. And soon I started having single days where my system generated over 1,000 new subscribers to my list on autopilot, as shown in the screenshot. Imagine that, over 1,000 people in a single 24-hour period with no launch on top of it. And the subscribers just kept pouring and pouring in right before my eyes. I could refresh my stats page every 1 to 2 minutes and there'd be another brand new lead. In just 9 months, I received over 100,000 subscribers to my list and members to my website, all starting with that little banner ad. Crazy. Now here's a snapshot of the admin area of my system showing 123,551 members. But getting bunches and bunches of free leads was only the beginning. To be honest, I was not even prepared for the kind of free traffic that my system sent flooding in. Talk about a traffic tsunami. I got over 6 million visitors in 9 short months. I couldn't even believe it, which shot this website of mine to the top 10 at ClickBank in their e-business category out of thousands of offers. Now here's a snapshot of my site when it was listed on ClickBank on page 1 of their e-business category. Again, that's without a product launch of any kind, all sparked with one simple ad placed online. Believe me, if I predicted this avalanche of free traffic this would bring me, I could have done a lot more with it, but even though it caught me off guard, I still did all right. Within just 2 short weeks of placing that little banner ad online, the new ClickBank account that I'd opened for my new system went from $0 to $1,258 in pure profit. Here's a screenshot of the 2-week income back when this original system of mine was put online. It quickly snowballed from there to having lots of $200 to $800 days, as shown in this screenshot. And before I knew what hit me, I started getting checks every 2 weeks like these. So you can see $8,398 in one check, $10,694 in another check, $8,750 in another check. It's just crazy. And then within 10 short months, I'd made a cool $144,595 to go along with my 100,000 plus person email list. You should know that ClickBank, by the way, my merchant processor, verifies the earnings shown in these screenshots as their standard policy when approving accounts, which is absolute proof that the figures I'm showing you are honest. But if you're still not convinced, ClickBank also sends me these certificates as one of their top vendors for the last 3 years straight. So here's the certificate for 2010, and then here's for 2011, and finally here's for 2012. Now, of course, none of this is to brag. Those who know me know I'm not that kind of guy. I'm simply proving the power of my system, because today, right here and now, I'm inviting you to become part of something exponentially more powerful. No, you're not hearing things. What I have waiting for you on the other side of this page, in my opinion, blows the doors off the lead and income siphoning system I just told you about. You see, that was my original system. Now, I couldn't be more ecstatic with the results I've been showing you, obviously, but in using and testing my original system, I discovered a way to do the quote-unquote impossible. Rebuild it from the ground up, taking its biggest strengths and transforming it into something completely out of control, bigger and better from top to bottom. The results that I showed you previously are what I achieved as owner of my original system, and a huge advantage with my all new system is that it puts you as close to owner position as possible. But that's only the beginning. Introducing 5-Figure Day Unleashed.